Michigan man is getting a lot of attention.
Yeah, he sure is. A cop gave him a ticket for $128 for warming up his car in his own driveway.
Thought it was like some kind of joke at first, and then I was like just thrown back by it. I was really surprised.
Taylor Trupiano says he was only away from his car for about 7 or 8 minutes, but that was enough time for an officer to come by and ticket him for leaving his car running in his driveway with the keys in the ignition. That is a violation of a city ordinance in Roseville, Michigan. So, could the same thing happen in Minnesota?
Well, Susan Elizabeth Littlefield joins us with the rules on warming up your car in the Twin Cities.
Yes, guys, what I learned here in the city of Minneapolis, if you want to crank your car up, blast the heat, and step away for a minute, try to get ready for work, get a couple things done, you only have 3 minutes before you're actually breaking the law. But as I found out, there are options. When outside looks like this, we want inside to be nice and toasty, especially our cars.
I've thought of it for a few years and just decided to go ahead and do it.
This year was Jim Larson's tipping point. He dropped his car off at Remote Start MN, so his car will be warm before he even gets near it. What made you finally decide to go for it?
Cold winters and my truck sits outside.
As tempting as it is, in St. Paul, if you start your car with a key and walk away, you could be fined. And in Minneapolis, they allow 3 minutes of idling before you can be fined $200.
A lot of people think it might be just for the convenience of not having to go outside and warm up the vehicle, but it really is kind of all about the theft.
Just last week, Minneapolis police handled 14 stolen car cases in 48 hours. That's why Matt Morrison's business is booming right now.
We basically live here 7 days a week.
It is legal to pre-warm your car if you have a remote starter.
If you can go from a climate-controlled environment to a climate-controlled environment, it's not so bad in Minnesota.
He's right. It's actually kind of nice. Here, I've only got a few minutes left, less than a minute actually, before I have to turn that car off before breaking Minneapolis state law. But there is one exception we want to tell you about. If it's very cold outside, if it is 0 degrees or below, it's 16 right now, so not now, but if it's 0 or below, you can actually have your keys in the car and you can be idle for 15 minutes. But it sounds like the remote start is the best option.
It certainly does.
It is a nice option. I have one for sure.
Why don't I have one?
I know.
What's going on?
Frank, come on.
Valentine's Day? No.
Maybe.
All right. Thank you, Susan Elizabeth.